This is the ETBU Sportsnet Coaches Show. I'm Kenneth Klein. We're joined now by women's basketball head coach Edsel Hamilton. We're going to talk about women's basketball in just a second, but before we do, Coach Hamilton has something he'd like to say. Coach?
I'd like to apologize for what happened during our game on Thursday night, sincerely. I was upset about some things that were going on during the game, and I got totally out of control and lost control of my emotions and got frustrated, said some things that I shouldn't have said, and acted in a way that I shouldn't have acted. It was a poor representation of me, of my team, of our university, and most importantly of Christ, who we represent in everything that we do. And I sincerely apologize to that. I apologize to my players, to my administrators, their parents, to LeTourneau University, and then, of course, the officials that were there during the game. Hate that it happened, and I regret it deeply, and I will not let it happen again.
Okay, Coach, with that out of the way, let's recap the games in just a second. We'll start off with LeTourneau and then UT-Tyler. Just take us through those games. Yeah,
the LeTourneau game, I thought we played I thought it was kind of an ugly game in the first half, really. I think, there were a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots and stuff. But, for our team where we are this season, it doesn't really matter if it's ugly or pretty. We're just anything we can do to be competitive. And I thought our defense was really good in the first half. And we were, I think, down by 2 at halftime. And in the third quarter, at halftime we talked about, okay, we've done a good job of kind of playing our game and not getting caught up in theirs, because they play pretty fast. They take a lot of quick shots, and they're good at it, and that's something that we're not very good at. So I wanted to make sure that we controlled tempo, and for whatever reason in the third quarter we came out and we started taking a lot of quick shots off one pass or no passes, and I don't mind quick shots if they're good shots, but we took a lot of shots that weren't good shots, and that kind of let them get away from us. We turned the ball over a little bit in the third quarter too, and we turned the ball a lot in the first half, but they turned it over more than we did, so we were okay with that. But we turned the ball over, which gave them some run-out layups, and like I said, take some bad early shots in the shot clock that led to long rebounds, which also led to transition points, and they kind of got away from us there in the third quarter. And then in Saturday's game, I was so proud of our kids for the way that they played. They played really, really hard against a really good team, and LeTourneau is obviously a really good team too. I think they're sitting in third in conference right now. And Tyler's not what they were last year, but they're still really good. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went on a run in the conference tournament and then made the NCAA tournament, went on a run there too. That's not out of the realm of possibility at all. And we started out the game on a little run there early, and like I said, just the girls played really hard. That game we played a lot more like I want us to play, as far as we were controlled. We passed the ball around. We shared the ball. We didn't rush very many shots. We really played as a team, and our defense was pretty good. I know we gave up a lot of points, but we did a pretty good job on them for the most part. They're hard to guard because they spread you out, and we had a few times where their post players really hurt us during the game, and a few of them were just straight post ups, and we just got to be better at guarding people one-on-one in the post, and maybe we need to start sending a little more help or something. That's something I'm going to look at going into this week. But there were a few times where their posts kind of got loose under the basket, and we rotated over to help on a ball handler, and the backside rotation that we call help the helper was somebody who was guarding their best player, and so she was afraid to leave her because we didn't want to leave her open for a shot on a reversal pass or something. So, and that's part of what talent can do for you, and they've got a lot of talent. So, we're going to try to clean up those things. Obviously, we go in and play them again in our next game. So we got some things that we feel really good about that we did really well. Obviously, Hannah Holt played amazing. She had 28 points. I know we don't have a very good record this year, but I think she definitely needs to be Conference Freshman of the Year. And I think we've got a couple other freshmen that definitely deserve to be on the all-freshman team. Amanda Wilson played great. I think she had 15 and 7, and she had a double-double on Thursday night. Basically, since she's been getting minutes, she's been producing. And then Brittany Jones, I don't know if there's anybody in our conference, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, that's as consistently excellent defensively like she is. I think she held and obviously it was a team effort too, and I got to give Katina Hayes and Janice Raspberry credit too, because they did a great job as well when they were in. we held Crystal Jones who's the conference leading scorer, to 6 of 21 shooting, and I think at least 3 of those were transition layups. And so, Brittany was just all over her in the half court, and so were Katina and Janice. They just did a great job of really locking her down, and they did a really good job. I know Obach ended up with 19 or something, but it was a real quiet 19, and we made her earn it. And she's a really good player. She was Conference Player of the Year last year and an All-American and stuff, and that's what they do. So I thought those kids played great. There was a stretch in the game where we actually had first time all year we put 5 freshmen out there together, and they played great. And Jade's another freshman who's really been coming on late. Jade Jeffries, she had the game winner at Ozarks, and she's really been playing well these last couple weeks, starting to get comfortable, and that allows us to move Hannah off the ball a little bit. So I've just been really happy with the way the kids have progressed, how much better they've gotten, and kind of where we're looking towards the future.
Well, you get another crack at those two this week, but this time they're coming here to Ornelas. You start things off with UT-Tyler and against LeTourneau. Having gone through 2 losses with 2 great teams, what can you expect as far as the transitional period to get focus and have them at your home court?
Well, this is the time that I really enjoy as a coach, because you really start getting into making adjustments. They always talk about that with playoff series in the NBA and things like that. But when we start playing people for the second time, you really can start looking at, instead of looking at what other people did to them or what they did to other people, is like, what did they do to us? And what did we do against them that worked? What did we do that didn't work? What did they do that we had trouble with that we need to shore up? So that adjustment period, I think, is really fun for me as a coach. We watched most of the game as a team yesterday and talked about some different things, worked on some things on the floor that we're going to maybe try to do a little bit different, and then other things that we did really well that we need to do more of, So again, I think, we're just going into the games. Obviously, we would love to win. I'm more concerned with our effort level and our improvement. We need to play like we did Saturday. I didn't think we played. It's in the second half we didn't really play like we wanted to play in the LeTourneau game, and I thought for the UT-Tyler game, we really did play kind of the way that we want to play for most of the game. So if we can do that in both games, regardless of the result, we'll be happy with that. If the effort is there and the execution's there.
All right, Coach. Thanks for talking to us on ETBU Sportsnet.